So this is the disclaimer. Yeah, I was muted again, so this is awkward. Okay, but I just wanted to say that yeah, we are not going to talk about anything illegal here. We are talking about pen testing, hardware hacking, and this is who I am. My name is Dorota, and I am a pen tester. And this is Adrien. I wanted to introduce you guys to Adrien Lasalle. And Adrien was formerly a firefighter in France, but now he's a pen tester in Montreal.
Montreal, ouais.
And an active member of Pentest, internal Active Directory, Pentest, Cloud, Azure, Python, PowerShell development, and yeah, that's the most important part. So hardware hacking. And maybe you could introduce yourself and yeah.
Yeah,
As
so
well.
it's my turn now. Okay. Yeah, so hi everybody. My name is Adrien Lasalle. So as you can hear, I'm French. So yeah, I was previously like a firefighter in France for 3 or 4 years, and I pursue my studies in like cybersecurity and then learn pen testing in my free time. And yeah, and I came to Canada with my wife 3 years ago. I think 3 years, yeah, something like that. And to start a new life here. And so far, so good. Yeah, we are in the ginger gang right now. And yeah, what else could I say? Uh, I'm doing talks, and I'm a member of Hacker Without Borders, the Canadian branch, and yeah, doing videos about hardware hacking too. So nice to meet you.
Oh, okay. So, is that okay if I start asking my questions now?
Yeah. Give me the questions.
Uh, what advice or tips would you offer to beginners interested in pen testing?
Okay. So I keep thinking about this meme, when you see the child in the stairs taking one step and want to avoid all the rest of the stairs to go directly into pen testing. And don't do that. I would say the best advice will be like to learn the basic, also networking, basic networking, sysadmin stuff, programming too. So learn a bit of everything, all the basics, and then you could like start looking about offensive security and stuff like that. And what else? What advice? Also, be curious. Like if you don't know something, you want to like start digging and taking notes. You know, uh, just be curious. Take notes of everything. Build your own database of all the stuff you learn. It's going to be useful later. And if you are new in pen testing, I would say try to different domains. Yeah, domains. So it will be web pen testing, internal pen testing, cloud. Just try a bit of everything, and because at some point you will focus only on one domain, so maybe try to choose the one you're more confident and that you like the most. Because at the beginning you will only do most of the time it will be web pen testing. So yeah, it can be fun for some people. So yeah, just try a bit of everything. Also, just a disclaimer. I will talk about, I guess, a lot of pen testing. So it's mainly focused on my experience as a consultant. So with uh, uh, like consultant and clients that ask pen testing mission. So yeah, I think that would be the main advice, main tips. If you have other in mind,
Yeah, I think those are like very good. And what I would maybe add from myself is, uh, yeah, because it's like a ever-changing landscape, so you have to have like the mindset that yeah, you will have to
Yeah,
learn a lot. So not feel like you have learned like three exploits and like you, I don't know,
yeah. You
your
need to
boss
keep
level, you're that's enough.
be updated on everything what is happening on the world, all the new vulnerabilities, all the new technologies. It happened for me like 3 years ago because like I was like junior kind of, and yeah, I never tried like for example cloud, Azure, AWS. So at some point you need to start playing with that and building your skills on a new new domains. So yeah, it's very important. It's going to take a lot of your free time actually. So you need to be ready for that.
How did you start? Like, how did you came up with the idea that you want to be a pen tester? What was your like, I don't know, big dream there?
Oh, well, it started when I was in school with my wife, and we were. I don't remember the name of the schools, but it doesn't matter. But we had a course. It was a diploma about networking and programming, basic stuff. And then we had a course about pen testing from someone, and that I was like, okay, I want to do that. That's crazy. Please. And then it was in the same time as the Mr. Robot series, so that was double motivation. And yeah, that I think that was the beginning. I was like, okay, I did not know about that kind of uh, field domains in IT, cybersecurity, pen testing. I was like, okay, I'm going to try and I want to do that later, definitely.
Okay, so I'm super happy that you find your path that way because for me it took a lot of years and like yeah, trying things out, I guess. And
Yeah,
yeah, I spent like 8 years working for government and I didn't enjoy that one. So yeah, I'm super happy when just people like figure out, oh, I want to do this, like go to university and study that thing and then go working and in that thing. So that's like makes it all like I don't know, like easier there. But I guess my path is also like valid because I gained a lot of experience along the way. So
yeah,
it's all good. So I don't know. Yeah,
obviously. Good job with that.
good job, good
And
job.
yeah, I work also in a governmental, uh, uh, not companies, yeah, governmental, but in cybersecurity. So lot of fun.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, can you share any interesting stories, yeah, interesting or challenging stories from your experience as a pen tester?
Okay. Um, so like I said, I was in a mostly consulting. So we had a mission from clients, so always different clients, and we were focusing mostly on internal pen testing because it's fun. But we had some web pen testing too. So over the years, but mostly we wanted internal pen testing because you are going to the client company. You sit at some desk and like, okay, I'm going to start my pen testing and full black box. I don't know anything, so you're just looking around. And some funny stories. It happened. Okay. Uh, I was with my lead. Big up if he's here. He's going to recognize himself. And yeah, we were only the two of us for internal pen testing. And the weird part was that the guy, I think he was the CIO or some high level guy from that company, and he didn't like tell anybody else from the IT department or the sysadmin. So he just sorry, I'm losing a bit my English. He just set up some desk in the IT room with all the sysadmin just for us, and he didn't tell anybody who like what we were doing here. So that was a bit the small red flag at the beginning, because people were, going behind us and see a lot of command line. They were like, what you guys are you doing? And so story, yeah, it was like full legacy. So we found a lot of vulnerabilities, full Windows XP stuff. And at some point, we find a vulnerability for domain admins. So we got domain admin. Then we were like, okay, we are done for the day, so we are going to leave. But in the same time, they didn't tell us that they had a SOC. So most of the time, this kind of information you should like tell the pen testers that, okay, we have a SOC. So, and they should also tell the SOC that they are doing pen testing, and they didn't do that. So when they got an alert from the SOC saying, okay, attack on the domain controller, domain admin, like red alert. And one of the sysadmin guy was like, he like stood up from his desk and come to see us like, whoa, what the fuck are you doing, guys? Who are you? I'm raising a hand. Get out of here. I'm calling the police. What? So we tried to explain him like, no, we are doing a pen testing. So it's your boss that wanting to do that. So please don't call the police. So at the end, it was kind of okay, but the issue was the SOC. So the SOC just called the sysadmin saying, okay, there is an issue here on the domain controller. And the IT guy said, no, it's okay. It's a pen testing. Okay. So end of the day, we go back to the hotel, and I think it was like 10 or 11 p.m. in the night. And the sysadmin called us and said, okay, what the fuck are you doing? We don't have internet anymore. The network is down. Please stop. And we were like, okay, we are in the hotel room. It's not us. So that's not our fault. So then we go back the next day. It was a 2-day mission. Then the next day we come back and everyone is running around. People are looking at us. They are pissed. And the issue was that the SOC locked down the domain controllers. So that means they isolated the domain controllers. So there is like, since the domain controller is the core of the network for all the machines, and they have also OT network, so industrial network in the same domain controller as the users. And so it was locked down, so no one could connect to that one. And the whole internet, the whole machine, all the industry was like shut down for the whole day because the domain controller was not responsible. And they spend a few hours trying to log in to the domain controller. At the end, we spent like one day doing the pen testing, and we knew all the IPs better than the sysadmin. So we were trying to help them to get back the domain controller. That was very 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 interesting. So more like incident response pen testing kind of mission. But at the end, it went well. But yeah, actually we spent just one day doing the pen testing because the other one was like, yeah, the whole network was down. So, but at the end, it was still a good report. So I have a lot
Yeah,
of stories like that. So maybe another one. Okay, maybe another one.
go ahead.
So another one, a funny one. It will happen if you are doing consulting. Sometimes you encounter, you meet some clients that actually don't like pen testing. They are here only to get a report with 0 vulnerabilities. So at the end, they are going to stop you from doing stuff because the less you are doing, the less vulnerabilities you are going to find. And this client didn't want us to go on site to their office. They said, okay, no, you are going to open a VM from Azure, a Windows VM. On this Windows VM, you are going to connect to a VPN. With this VPN, you are going to connect on an Okta session. Then from this Okta session, you are going to log in on the Windows VM Kali Linux inside the network. So it's not our own Kali Linux. And most of them are doing that because they want to spy on you, oh, what kind of commands you are doing. So, they are eating popcorns in the same times you are doing the pen testing. And this one was very funny because we spent like 3 weeks trying to get access to the network. And at the end, they give you also a Windows machine, local admin. And at the end, you start your enumeration on the Windows machine, and then you see a service account that is domain admin, and the credentials are clear text in the in the machine because they used this account to spy on you, to check the machine. So at the end, the mandate, the mission was like we were domain admin in like 5-10 minutes. So that was really funny. So yeah, maybe I will have other stories like that later. Hi.
Okay.
I was doing some sound.
Yeah, tags are funny. Okay. What are some common misconceptions about pen testing that you'd like to clear up?
Oh, um, I will say that pen testing, it's not like, okay, I'm a hacker, I'm going to break everything and I'm going to hack everything, and then that's it. No. Most of the time, well, lot
Do
of
you wear a,
every time.
black hoodie?
No, no, no. We are not in a cave also, but we are using like command lines a lot. But yeah, all the time it's like a well structured project. You have a project manager and stuff like that, and you get a lot of meetings with the client, a lot of executive stuff, and you have a scope to respect because some clients are like, okay, so here is the scope. They give you like 2-3 IPs. Then you start your enumeration and you see, oh, but you have like 50 other ones that are very vulnerable. Do you want us to take a look? And they're like, no, no, just the one that are secure, please.
That's yeah, a bit defies the purpose, doesn't it?
Yeah, some of them are doing that, but not all of them, hopefully. So most of them are very comprehensive, and they understand the project and the output of what you're going to deliver. And yes, as a pen tester, you need to respect the scope. It's mandatory if you don't want trouble. So no, you are not going to hack, and especially not breaking anything, because sometimes some clients don't want us to exploit or be very active on the network. So sometimes you are going to, for example, Active Directory, you are going to find a vulnerability with some passive scanner, but you won't be able to prove that vulnerability because the client don't want you to exploit, because there is a risk that the network go down, because most of them are doing that in production, a lot of them. So yeah, you can't really exploit everything. So it will depend of the mission, I would say.
So
Because
no deny of service, I guess.
yeah, no, never. Because yeah, most of the time it's in production when I was doing some consulting. So yeah, you don't want to put the main website down for 2 days.
And what about reporting? Do you do like a lot of, because I think like a lot of people that come and want to be a pen tester think, oh, this is going to be like Mr. Robot all the time.
Yeah,
But actually you spend
no.
a lot of time documenting. Like what do you think about that?
Yeah. You need to have like hacking skills, but you also need some skills for writing some reports because you are going to write a lot of them. Uh, so just because building your vulnerability database, some recommendation, uh, all the executive part of the report, because the people that are going to read the report, it's not only technical people, it's a lot of them will be executive people. So they just want to know the risk and how to mitigate that. So yeah, reporting is like a very, very important part of the job because at the end, that's what the client is paying at the end. He wants to see the report and what you did and how to improve the posture of the company. And yes, I'm trying to think of something else.
Yeah, and do you maybe do uh, like a present, if you have like a report, do you have to also do a presentation for the client, like explain those vulnerabilities in easier language?
Yeah. It will depend of your company at the end. But in my case, I was doing a lot of meetings for just the scope, trying to sit with the client and understand what he needs. Because most of the time they're like, okay, we want pen testing, but you're like, the more you talk with them, the more you're like, no, you don't need pen testing because if we are doing a pen test, uh, the report will be full of critical vulnerabilities. So you want to maybe do something else before. And yes, you have a lot of meetings with the clients that you present the report. So what you did in an understandable way, easy way, so everyone can understand. Because the people that are in front of you are not pen testers. So yeah, you need to explain what you did, like in a easy way, if that
Yeah,
makes
like
sense.
actually, that's what Kim Crowley said in the chat just now. Some pen testers find report writing the hardest part. And for me,
Yeah.
because I come from like government work that I like spent a lot of time writing documentation, I actually like the report part the most. I don't know. It's yeah. I don't always understand, like maybe not understand, that's the bad word. I don't always know which vulnerability I just found because sometimes yeah it's like maybe a few of them at the same time. But yeah, I actually really like reporting.
Yeah. And most of the time, uh, well, mostly talking about consulting, you have a deadline for the test, but sometimes this deadline includes the report writing. So you need to be careful and not spending all of your time doing the test. And then at the end, you just have one day left to write the report, and you won't write the report in one day. So yeah, it's
It
very
depends. It
important. It's not
depends
easy.
how
Yeah,
how
it depends.
determined you are.
Yeah. Uh, Sometimes, yeah, you could like build your own tools to generate the report. Some people are doing that, or you can write everything from scratch. But most of the time, you have a template and all your vulnerability database. But if you don't find new vulnerabilities, so it's all good. The time you will spend on the report will be different depending of the maturity of the client. If you find many vulnerabilities.
But it's actually, what do you think is better when you have a client that, yeah, and you have like a project, then you don't find any vulnerabilities? Actually, that's good because it's like high, we want that. Or which one do you like have more fun with, or when you don't, yeah, when you find like a lot of them, yeah, no vulnerabilities, a lot of them. Which one?
Uh, well, I will say if there is no vulnerabilities, you have fun writing the reports, but you don't have fun doing the test. But if you find a lot of vulnerabilities, yeah, you have a lot of fun doing the pen testing. But then at the end, you need to write everything you found. So yeah,
That's
but
painful.
also sometimes it depends also of the scope, the time you spend on the pen test. Because sometimes you don't find anything, but oh yeah, but you only had 1 week. Um, you have 1 week, and you don't have time to check the whole scope, so you're probably missing some stuff. So yeah,
Oh yeah, Kim actually asked a good question. So, have you ever found no vulnerabilities? Because
usually
usually you find like some informational at least, right? Or
yeah, some informational or good best practice most of the time. For example, we'll say you are going inside um, the client for internal pen testing, but it's full black box, highly secure with NAC and stuff like that. Let's say you don't find anything on the network, but maybe looking around, talking with people, you can see that, oh, there is a lot of post-it with password on the computers, or oh, the password policy seems a bit weak or stuff like that. So you always find something to to put in the report as informational or best practice. So yeah,
that's that. Yeah. Uh, you have an invisible drink. That's cool.
this one.
Yeah. Uh, it's
Water.
like a secret potion, maybe some kind of
Yeah,
magic thing. Do you
use a
think
mushroom.
a college degree or certification is necessary to become a cybersecurity professional?
Um, College degree, uh, it will depend. You could because that's what I did, pursue some college degree and in cybersecurity, but it won't be required for some jobs. Or maybe if this is governmental jobs, they will ask for diploma. So it depends where you want to go. But I would say in consulting and most of the pen testing job, it's more like they are going to check your skills and see are you good at pen testing or is it just the diploma that you have, So most of the pen testing company will ask you some technical interviews. So yeah, you need to have some basic skills, and the diploma don't really matters. But maybe it will help to negotiate the salary at the end. And regarding the what was the next part?
College degree or certification
Oh,
necessary?
certification. Well, certification are quite important. So, but most for the, I would say, HR uh, during the job interviews, because they are going to check your certification at some point,
Yeah,
and it will help also to negotiate the salary at the end.
but also clients want it, right?
Yeah, some clients, yeah, exactly. If you are doing some consulting, they are going to check the team certification. They will say, okay, none of you have, for example, OSCP, so I'm going to another uh, pen testing company because you guys are trash. You don't have OSCP. So yes, it's important, but I would say most of the certification you are going to pass them with your company because some of them are very expensive, so you can't really afford them if you are looking for a job. But you have like easy ones that you can start. For example, I think EGPT is a good start for pen testing. You have PNPT, stuff like that. So yeah, I hope I answered to the question.
But I received some emotional damage there because I didn't pass my first ICP take. So,
Yeah, me
oh,
too. Don't
oh
worry.
no, oh no. Uh,
Next time, it's okay.
yeah, next time
Next
for
time.
sure. Yeah, fingers
Yeah.
crossed. And what are common, uh, yeah, what are like the common vulnerabilities you faced as a pen tester? What comes like most of the times, repeats
Oh.
itself?
Mm, I will say, in my case, it was mostly legacy network. For example, Active Directory, you have the domain level that is very low. Uh, because some sysadmins don't fully understand how works the Active Directory environment. Let's say you have, for example, a domain controller in 2019. So for example, the latest one. So you're like, okay, it's my Active Directory is secure, but at the end you have one Windows XP machine on the network, and this machine needs to communicate with some lower security features because it's old, and the new, for example, Windows 10 or 11 are working with new features. But since the Windows XP is on the machine, the network, the whole network will lower the security to this machine. And that's the main vulnerability we are facing most of the times. So like legacy network. And when you tell that to these guys, they're like, no, but it's fully updated. But you're like, no, you have Windows 7, Windows XP on the network, and it's still vulnerable, even if you have the latest Windows Server system. So
But
yeah, it was legacy. Yeah.
did you ever like because that yeah came up with the question when you were saying that. So did you ever had like a situation when a client didn't know that he had something and it was like super old and like deprecated?
Oh yeah, all the time. So it's part also of the common vulnerabilities that they don't have proper how to say that inventory management. I think that's the word.
Hmm.
So sometimes you are going to discover a lot of machines. They are like, okay, I didn't know about that one. Or sometimes those are employees that brings their own machine because, for example, they can't. It happened one day. I remember they can't access YouTube on some industrial network. So they bring their own laptop. They plug it to the industrial network. Then with Wi-Fi card, they are connected and got internet and watching YouTube on this machine. So it's kind of a rogue rogue device that the sysadmin are not aware of that. It happened a lot of time. But yeah, some very old server, not proper management, patching management. So yeah, that's the most vulnerabilities we're facing in internal network. And also credential everywhere.
On the sticky notes, right?
Yeah, on the desktop with password.txt or yeah, the sticky notes. Yeah. Now I remember that it happened one day. The guy put us in the desk of the IT guy because he was in holidays. So you have like a drawer, with
Hmm.
a block note. So you just check the block note, and there is like all the password of the domain admin inside the block note. So yeah, don't store the password in block notes or in desktop in a text file.
Okay, so what? Yeah, do you think like if you? I'm trying to come up with like a way to ask the question about the person that plugged his device. So do you think people uh, understand that it's like security measure or like do they think, oh, this is like the bad employer, I cannot listen to my YouTube there. So I
Yeah,
think maybe they don't quite like connect the dots. That's why.
yeah. That's the main issue. They need proper awareness, but we can't really do that on our side. That's more on the client side that needs to put some trainings about cybersecurity for every employees. So, but not only the employees. Most of the time, it's coming from the how to say that. Some partners company. For example, you have a specific machine that needs to be maintained by another company.
Hmm.
So the guy from the other company is not your employees, but he's still going to plug his nasty laptop to the network, and you don't want to know what he's doing with that one. So yeah, it's not only the employees. I guess it's everyone that is going to use your network at some point. You need to put proper awareness and trainings about everything. So yeah, and proper device to detect this kind of behavior on your network. Because if you don't know that this kind of, for example, laptop exists are plugged on your network, you have other problem than this actual network, this actual device.
Yeah, like someone could even run like a, I don't know, like torrent client there, and or I don't know, and then you will get a lot of malware on your. Yeah, okay, so
Yeah,
yeah, it's actually interesting to think about that, like the person. I actually knew about that, like the person is the weakest link, but there's like layers to that, and yeah,
yeah, and
yeah, if you're like a government employee, you don't really think about like network security then, so you just have to just want to do your job and like go home and
yeah,
watch your favorite TV show or whatever.
exactly. You want to use your nasty USB that contains all your movies and series that you plug on your work laptop. This is the way.
Okay, another question. Why did you start a YouTube and Twitch channel? What are your future plans for these platforms?
Hmm. Well, I wanted to share some knowledge because I'm doing that with some talks already, and I was like, okay, maybe on the video or Twitch format would be much more fun and accessible from everyone. And what was the other part of the question?
Uh, because you have YouTube channel and Twitch, you actually have also like a GitHub repository with projects and a blog. So you are like all over, yeah, all over the
Oh
place.
yeah,
But
it's more like
why did you wanted to start the YouTube and Twitch channel?
yeah, it's more like you know, you give back to the community, some kind of stuff like that. Because most of the knowledge I have is from the community and a lot of blogs, YouTube, and you're like, okay, I'm going to do the same, sharing my knowledge, what I learn, so it's accessible for everybody. Yeah, I think that's the main reason.
That's a good reason, I think. And for me,
Yeah,
because I also started this Twitch recently, and I share the streams from here on YouTube as well. So
yeah,
for my
me
reason
too.
was because I actually this is like a very strange reason, because I have sometimes a difficulty to explain technical things in an easy way. So I thought like having practice and like talking about things and making a lot of mistakes at the beginning will make me like help me to grow, and also help me to be more like I'm also like a keynote speaker, but I do need like more experience and courage in that in those parts. So I thought talking in English and like talking with people and being stressed, because yeah, the first three streams I was super stressed and it was like exciting. Now I'm calm, so it's like good. I got used to it. But yeah, actually it's a good practice, and like also I want to share my knowledge, so I want to learn and as well teach, and if I could combine those two, that would be great. So do you have maybe like other reasons, or like that you
No,
didn't
no, it's
mention?
also it's also a reason that because I'm doing all of that in English, so it's also to improve my English and my speaking skills, not only the technical one, and to fight also my how say that introvertness, if that's a word. But yes, you motivated me also to start on Twitch, so
Yay, high five.
high five.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear that, and because yeah, I saw your first stream and it was like really great. Although, yeah, you didn't succeed like totally to solder all of the pins on the
It's
Pico,
fine.
but yeah, it wasn't you, it was the device that was malfunctioning a bit, so you don't take it personally, of course, but yeah, and it's exciting that you want to share your passion for hardware hacking there, because I think it's real. I saw a few streams like that, but I do think that it's like a rare passion to have. Like in this industry, everyone is mostly web security, but like
Yeah.
that's understandable because that's what like the 90% of work is about. But this is really cool and special, I think.
No, no, yeah, you're right. It's not a well-known domain, hardware hacking. When I talk about that with other pen testers, they're like, okay, I didn't know I could do that. So,
Yeah, yeah.
and most of them are like, okay, I want to try too. So it's not well known, but it's really fun.
So, to follow along, what inspired you to delve into hardware hacking and how did you get started?
Oh, I think the first time I heard about hardware hacking, it was at Le Hack. It's a French cybersecurity event. It was 2019, 2019, yeah. And I was uh, looking at a talk from Damien Coquille, I think that's the AKA Virtual Labs, and he was presenting. He's into hardware hacking, and he was presenting how he did some R&D about an alarm,
Hmm.
security alarm. That if you open the door, the alarm will rings. And he was trying to find a way with his company to bypass this alarm. So they did a lot of hardware hacking, reverse engineering on this device, and then at the end they find a way to bypass the alarm. So kind of you combine hardware hacking and black pen testing. So that was very fun stuff. So yeah, I was like, okay, I want to do that. I want to learn that field. And yeah, at the end, it's a lot of YouTube videos. You're trying to learn yourself from blogs. You're asking questions to people that are already into that field. But it's mostly a lot of YouTube videos. And yeah, at some point, I just started. I took like an old TP-Link Wi-Fi router. Then I said, okay, let's try to open that and see what I can do. And then I don't know. I think hardware hacking. It's like a combination of a lot of pen testing domains because you could have uh, web pen testing because
Hmm.
some device host their own web server. Then you have some reverse engineering. You have some code analysis, static analysis, dynamic analysis, and a lot of stuff like that. And some devices are also using some mobile application to communicate, so you can combine Android pen testing too. It's a full combination of a lot of domains and skill, and I think yeah, that's really fun because you are not doing all the time uh, the same what's that missions.
Hmm.
So it's not always okay. Web pen testing, top 10 OWASP, so always the same WordPress. So yeah, I think that's the magic behind that.
So it's because you learn new things as well, and so it's not like monotone, like boring. So yeah,
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah, you will always learn some new stuff like that. I'm not an expert in hardware hacking. I'm still learning, and that's also why I started the YouTube and the Twitch. It's to share and also learn in the same time. So yeah,
And but it
that's
also
really
like I think it's a good idea because now to I don't know we are living in strange times, I guess. But like now to find a good job, like to get noticed, you have to be online. So create a blog or
mm,
yeah,
yeah.
share something, share your knowledge, share I don't know who you are. So I think it will be a good, yeah, it's already a good step for you, but I think it will be like a very beneficial for you in like some time. So yeah, I think it's a good step.
Yeah, and it's also yeah, it's a good point because you know if you want to start looking for example, jobs in cybersecurity, pen testing, for example, you need to have to show that you are active, something like that. So you are doing stuff on GitHub, you are doing side project, you are doing cybersecurity events. So yeah, you need to show all of that if you're looking for jobs or stuff like that. Yeah.
yeah, I know that you are also a speaker. So you share your presentations on conferences, and if yeah, anyone would go to Adrian's LinkedIn page and scroll down to his experience, he will show like see that he was like on many conferences, and yeah, that's like really cool. I think it's like a really good idea to
Yeah,
add your uh, presentations as a work experience as well. So my question is, what led you to start giving talks, and what motivates you to continue?
yeah. It's funny because it was during the In Cyber to 2023 last year, and actually I was not supposed to do a talk. Uh, I was looking for a free ticket because the company didn't want to. Yeah, anyway. And so I sent a big email to contact at InCyber. Said, "Oh, hello, I'm working cybersecurity. I really like this event. I already went here the year before, and I went also in France to this event. I really like that. Please, do you have a ticket?" And the guy, I think it was Vincent Rio, I answered, he said, "Oh, nice. Do you want to do a talk?" I saw your profile. It's interesting. I was like, okay, you know what? Yeah, let's go. Let's do a talk. So it was like 2 weeks before the InCyber. So I had to find a subject and write the slides 2 weeks before. But at the end, yeah, it went well, and I really enjoyed that experience. And yeah, that was the beginning. And then now I'm just sending my call for paper everywhere. So I went to NorthSec, so it was very fun. I really enjoyed that event. That's my favorite one. And also in Cyber this year, in October, is going to be fun. And besides Montreal, also next in September, yeah, middle of September. So yeah,
Besides, okay. So
besides,
yeah, but what pushes you to continue? Like yeah, why didn't you stop yet?
yeah,
I'm
but
I'm not
I think
saying you
it's
should, but
I'm going to stop tomorrow.
no.
No, no. I think it's the main reason that for the YouTube, it was the first one. Like, okay, I'm working on a topic that few people are aware, so I'm going to uh, put all this knowledge in one talk, and then show that to people. So maybe they are going to be interesting, and then, oh, I want to do that. Just like me, how it started on my side also. So yeah, I think that was the main reason, just sharing my knowledge, and so this so other people could discover some new domains that they didn't know, and so that's the main reason.
I think for me it was when I started like yeah, entered cybersecurity, and I felt like, oh, this person is so cool because he was a speaker on this conference. But then I thought like, oh, I can do that too, actually. Like,
Yeah,
and
let's
it
do
turns
that.
out like, yeah, when I sent my call for papers, no, I got into besides Krakow as well, and asked for like a longer slot and received it. So it was like, I don't know, it's a pretty cool that you just have to send your call for papers, and then you get accepted. So
Yeah,
at least you can try, and like yeah, because I sent my call for papers for other conferences as well. So and I did get accepted for like one that was also in the United States, but now I don't I cannot really afford to go there because they don't pay for the tickets. But
yeah, yeah,
yeah, it depends what kind of a conference there is. But yeah, that was a new one. But never mind. Just want to say that yeah, actually you sometimes we look at someone and we think, oh, that person is so cool, but like actually you are the same. You are as cool as this person. But what is different that that person tried and you didn't try yet. So
yeah,
maybe go ahead and try. Like why not?
yeah.
You
Just
know?
try it. One
And
talk,
like see what
it's
happens.
yeah, exactly. Just do talk. Let's see how it goes. And if you don't like, well, at least you have experience for talks. You can put that on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And if you really enjoy that, then do other call for paper and ask to be a speaker on all the cybersecurity event in the area.
Yeah, actually, why not? You know? But and
Yeah,
what I saw it like for Mid Cyber last year. I was supposed to be just to like a presenter, like I don't know, I guess a pretty person that is a presenter for the energy panel, uh, and asks questions to them. But then also Vincent asked me, "Oh, maybe you want to do a keynote as well and present in a hack lab." And I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, let's go ahead,
yeah,
let's
go.
do that." Three things at the same conference. Maybe that wasn't a greatest idea because I didn't do that great on the second day with the keynote because I prepared most on the first day to the
Mhm.
energy panel and the hacking lab. But then the keynote was like super stressful, and so yeah, that's why I'm coming back this year also with two presentations. So I don't know, we'll see if that's a good idea, but to maybe create like a better experience for myself because that although I was proud of myself to come on stage and like have a it was a very difficult presentation as well. So I ran somewhere in the energy sector
Yeah.
last year, and this year I'm going to be talking about GPS with Art of War and Peace, something like that. I don't remember the title correctly, but I just shared on LinkedIn today. And the second one is social engineering and elicitation techniques to of hacking a human being. So that's super interesting, and I'm like really into that. So I think I will be able to speak about this one like from my own like memory, not like the difficult one from before. I have to learn what I have to say. So okay, I talked too much.
Yeah, it would be a better experience. Yeah, at the end. Yeah, because it was your first time also in cyber last year, so a lot of stress also.
Yeah, first time Montreal.
Yeah, first time Montreal, first Poutine.
First, but yeah. Okay, so next question. What is your favorite hacker movie and why does it resonate with you?
Okay. But the first one, it's not a movie, it's the series Mr. Robot.
Okay.
Uh, really enjoyed. But in a movie, I was thinking about maybe it's not very related. It's kind of social engineering, hacking people. Shawshank Redemption,
Oh, yeah.
no, but most the last part. If well, I'm not going to spoil if some people want to watch that movie. I really like that one. So maybe in a hacking people mindset, yeah, that will be that one. I think.
Yeah. Actually, I like that movie too, but for different reasons. So yeah, high five. Yeah.
Yes.
Uh, okay. Can you share a life hack that you find particularly useful? You don't have to answer because that question trips people off, but if you want them.
Uh, Life hack, not in cybersecurity,
No,
like
it's like I don't know. Uh,
anything.
Anything that is not cybersecurity, like your private.
Uh, Maybe in cooking, like if you're doing some pie, you know, and you want to pre-cook the dough. Uh, so I'm lacking some vocabulary here, but you know the lower part of the pie.
Mm-hmm.
You want to cook it first. What I do, I put some raw beans inside. So while it's cooking, so it's not going to to put some bubbles, you know, on the pie, so it stay flat. So yeah, you can put that in the oven with raw beans, and you know it won't fuck up the dough. So yeah,
So yeah, knowing that you're French, so yeah, I will take that to heart because your nation makes like the best pastries. I think it's like
oui,
yeah,
oui,
oui, yeah, it's like
oui, oui.
top tier.
Oh
So
yes,
yeah,
patisserie.
because I'm kind of running out of my questions yet, but if
Yeah,
you
it went
have,
fast.
yeah, it was fun. But maybe you have something else to say about hardware hacking, or you want to do like a demo or whatever, then yeah, that's a good moment to do that, I guess.
Yeah, I can do a small hardware hacking demo, I think. Sure, just a small setup first.
Yeah, I think
Oh, wait.
yeah, oh,
No, no, it's okay. Wait.
what did you do? Huh?
Here,
It's trickstery. Okay, it's here. Okay, I can see.
is it
It's,
working?
yes, maybe someone from the chat can say if you can, I don't know if anything is okay, but I think it is. You can hear us and like see us and yeah. Yeah, it's fine.
Maybe.
It's fine. You can show us the moves.
Okay. Maybe before diving into that, if you are really interested about hardware hacking, uh, I didn't prepare links, but uh, I didn't prepare links, but you have a lot of YouTube channel. I think Matt Brown is also doing a lot of that. If you are curious about how to do stuff and hardware hacking, you can take a look. Definitely, it's amazing. And maybe before starting doing that, like checking a bit of basics about electronics
Yeah, like
and
what is the
like that.
baud rate, for example?
Yes, exactly. And for example, which part of the PCB is doing what stuff, basic stuff. And because hardware hacking is like it's amazing, but maybe you don't like that. But the issue with hardware hacking is that you need actual physical device to perform some hardware hacking. So it can cost a bit of money if you want to start. For example, if you want to plug on some serial interface, maybe you will need some kind of a bridge USB to talk with the device. Maybe you will need some cables, soldering iron, so a lot of um, stuff that you need to at least start doing something. Um, then what else? Also, yeah. So this device here is like a TP-Link Wi-Fi router. So that's the one I'm using on one of my talks to talk about hardware hacking and how to start and a lot of stuff. But if you are curious, maybe you can also start on your own without any device. For example, you could like you see a device that you want to hack. So you are going to search on the internet the model, check
Yeah,
the
and yeah,
documentation.
sorry. That I wanted to say that to read the documentation.
Yeah, check the documentation because uh, you will find interesting stuff on the documentation, such as default password and stuff like that. And it could be a good hint, for you before touching the device. Checking all the default password and see, and also the capability of the different chip. And also, you could like start doing some uh, firmware analysis. But if you don't have the device, some vendors are providing links on their website to download the firmware. So you could like grab this file. It's a binary file, and looking on the internet how to perform basic reverse engineering on these binaries. It's pretty easy and accessible. So you don't need any uh, physical device to do that. So you could start in that way. And here, I'm going to show you maybe to get a shell on this device because most of them are running Unix file system. So there is some ways to connect on this one on the PCB to gain access and then have a actual shell like SSH or something like that to retrieve some information about that one. Here, I don't know if we can see. I'm going to move that. So I did some soldering in that part here. So that it's called a UART. So it's a serial interface. Basically, maybe in the other way. I'm missing some space here. Okay. So you see some interesting ports here. So if you are doing some recon on this kind of device, that's the port, that the serial port that you need to check, take a look at first. So here it's UART. You also have JTAG or I2C or SPI also. This one also has SPI. And basically, you want to connect to that port and then get a shell. So maybe I need to explain a bit UART. It's a serial interface, so it's used for debugging or during the development process of the board. And most of the time, they leave that unprotected. So what you can do, you as a security researcher, you can plug to that port and then gain access to the router. And I would say most of the times you gain like a root shell without any password. So that's pretty interesting. And UART is working with 4 pins. So you have TX, RX, ground, and VCC. And as you can see, it's very nasty here. I need to clean a bit. And yeah, so ground and VCC, those are like from the electronic board. So it's the voltage and the ground. And then the important ones are TX and RX. So TX is to transmit data. So data will be transmitted from that port. And RX is receive data. So the device will receive data from this port here. Okay. And what you want to do is to connect on this port. So to do that, I don't have that near me, but you could use some USB bridge. Just checking if I have that here.
We can wait if that's
Yeah, for example, this one is a bus pirate. So you could use that one, but this one is quite old and yeah, it's old and expensive. Just I'm going to grab something.
sure. So like in between before Adrien is back, so I just wanted to say that I pasted his social media in the chat. So if anyone wants to see his GitHub blog, then you're free to do so. And I'm sure there's like useful material linked also on his LinkedIn page or yeah his blog or a GitHub repo. So okay. Oh, you're back.
Yeah, I'm here. Oh, good. Okay. So yeah, you could like purchase this kind of device. It's not very expensive. I think this one it cost me $10, and I have like 3 of them in the same package. So as you can see, you have our TX, ground, and VCC 5-volt, 3 volts, and you can plug that to your computer and that part to the device, and then connect it to the device from your computer. So it will act as a bridge, and then you can get a shell directly from your laptop. But in my case, I'm going to use something a little bit more fun.
Oh,
So yeah, it's the Flipper Zero. You can also use the Flipper Zero if you have one that it's getting dusty in your desk. You could use that one to perform some UART bridge. So you just need to go on the GPIO and you have USB UART bridge. And as you can see here, you also have the pin like TX, RX, ground, and the VCC just there. So I'm going to use that one. But first I need to get some cables. Okay. So let's say I need to check the colors. So if you want to connect UART to another UART, the TX port is going to be connected to the RX port of the other device, because it's going to transmit and the other one wants to receive the
okay.
transmission. So that's how it works, you know. And let's say the black one will be ground, the white one will be VCC. The gray, let's say, RX command.
Does it matter which color goes where?
No, it's just to
Okay.
know
It's something else.
which,
Okay.
yeah, to have like a visual
Distinction. Yeah.
distinction, yes. So now I can just plug on the flipper. So I said the black one is ground. I'm lacking some space here. So ground, I'm going to use that one. And then I said the gray is RX. So RX is going to be on TX here. Here. The purple one is TX, so it's going to be on RX. And I'm not going to plug the VCC yet, because if I plug the VCC, the device will power on. So I can go on the UART bridge. Okay, so interesting part, if you want to connect with UART and most of the device, you have a baud rate. So it's the transmission speed. So we can see that as the language that the router is speaking. So if you want to understand each other, you need to speak the same language. So in that case, on this router, you can switch the baud rate, and it's that one, 115200.
And how
If you want,
do you know that?
well, you could read the documentation of the
Okay.
router,
Okay.
and if it's
That's
not
fair.
on the documentation, you could like try all of them until you see something readable. That's what I did from that one. But the 115200 is the default one for the computers. So by default, it was the good one. But sometimes it can be a tricky one. But there is some kind of standard. So it's sometimes it's always the same baud rate most of the time. So you don't have too much issue finding the good one. And okay, so I need to share a terminal, because this is where the fun is going to be. Let me just set up something. I'm going there. I'm going to share my terminal soon.
The suspense is killing me here.
Okay. Okay. Uh, I need to switch the window. That one. Yes. Can you see my terminal?
Nice. Yes.
Okay. So here, I already plugged the flipper to my computer with USB-C. And if you want to connect to the flipper, I'm using macOS. It's working the same way on any Unix system. You need to check the dev folder, and you should be able to see something like that. Can you? I think it's maybe too small. I'm going to increase a bit.
Yeah, I think that's better.
Okay. So if you plug your Flipper Zero or any other USB device, you should be able to see something here. In my case, with Flipper Zero, it's the USB modem and then the name of the flipper. But most of the time, it will be tty.usb or ACM0, USB 0, something like that. And if you're not sure, you can just like disconnect the USB, check the dev, then connect again, then compare, and then you will find the one that is connected.
Okay.
And what you want to do now is using a command to connect from this port, so the serial port. So in my case, I'm going to use TO. I already have the command here. And it's pretty easy to install. You know, it's apt install TO. You have screen. It's doing the same screen, P and many other commands. But here I'm using TO. And you need to put the path to the serial interface. So here the flipper 0. Most of the time you need to put the baud rate here, but here we don't need because the flipper is already dealing with the baud rate. Oh yeah, so if I connect to the flipper, you should be able to see the nice interface. So actually, you could connect to your flipper like that without any hardware. You know, you have all the commands from the flipper. You could like use the sub-gigahertz, anything, you know, NFC. But here, I'm going to stay on the UART interface. Control T and Q. Okay. So we don't see anything because the router is not plugged. So I'm going to plug the VCC on the router, and then we should be able to see the boot process of the router. So actually, what we can see here is the router that is booting, the router that is booting. So a lot of interesting stuff. Actually, sometimes you have like here the partition on the firmware with the address. Sometimes you have clear text credential, a lot of interesting stuff here. So I'm going to leave the router.
Yeah,
Why do I
but
say?
you got me distracted with the butter.
Yeah.
I'm hungry
The
now.
router. No, it's router and it's booting. Okay. So here, as you can see, it's going to generate some RSA keys. So you know that you could find some private keys here. And if I press enter, you see, I'm going to type ls. Boom. I can see the file system on the router. So actually, I'm
Ooh,
connected to a Wi-Fi router. So yes, at this point, you can like cat the. Oh, it's a bit laggy. Pass WD. So then you have the hash of the admin. Yeah, I'm not sure there is the ID command. Yeah, so actually I'm the root on the machine, so I can do whatever I want. So yeah,
that was quick.
that was quick. And on this kind of router, for example, it was kind of a challenge for me because I had the router, but I forgot the password for the Wi-Fi, and I didn't want to reset the router. So I just plug on the UART, trying to look around. And actually, I don't remember where, but there is the Wi-Fi configuration file with the clear text password and everything that is useful to connect to the Wi-Fi router. So yeah, that was pretty useful. And actually, it's from this device that I learned using the UART and using the Flipper 02 for getting a shell on that one. So if you are interested, well, you need some requirements, and also be careful that the device you are going to use, like make sure that you don't want to reuse the device because sometimes you could like do a improper manipulation and just fry the the chip. So just be careful, and it should be okay, you know. So if you want to start learning, if you
There's
want,
a
you can just yeah.
sorry, continue.
No, I
There's
was
a
done.
question in the chat. How
Oh.
can you find the error from firmware if if it is corrupted or something is happening with the firmware?
Well, if the firmware is is corrupted, most of the time you won't be able to do anything because the firmware will, it will be broken. But what you can do, maybe I can share something else. You could flash the firmware, put a new one from the chip. I'm going to share my screen. Where is the camera?
Yeah, so this is what you said now, throwing the old devices. That's actually I started to gather my own because my old headphones broke down, and I have a router as well. So I'm collecting those to also learn cool tricks like you do.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
yeah,
So actually, the firmware will be stored inside the flash chip. So in that case, it's that one. So the firmware is stored inside as a read only. So this is the non-volatile flash. And what you could do is use this kind of device here. So you could use that one and connect with the test clip on the chip directly using the SPI protocol, and you could like extract the firmware or just put a new one inside. So that could be a good way to flash your device if the firmware is corrupted. Maybe it needs a new one. So that could be a good way to replace the one that is broken, if that makes sense.
and can you maybe tell me what is this device called? Like, what is it?
Oh yeah, I can type it in the chat. It's the can you see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
CH341A programmer. This one costs like $10. So yeah, you could use the Flipper Zero also can do that. So you just need to use the SPI protocol. I'm typing that in the chat. SPI protocol and CH341A.
Nice.
And it's funny because my next talk, I'm just writing the slides, will be about this kind of extraction. So the way that you could extract the firmware if you want to do some firmware analysis. So for example, you could like download the firmware from the vendors, but most of them don't let you do that for security reason. So maybe you could extract the firmware from the SPI flash, just right there. And what is funny is that, for example, it happened, I have a camera, the Tapo, TP-Link. It's a connected camera. Oh, it's not here. And this camera is connected with phone application. So you need to update the firmware using the phone application. But what you can do is putting your phone in some kind of Wi-Fi router so you can see all the traffic. And if you press update with Wireshark, you will be able to see the traffic and the endpoint that is going to download the firmware. And if you, most of the time, it's just a URL. So you just copy paste the URL and then you have access to the firmware on your browser. So that could be a way to extract the firmware if it's not accessible from the vendor website. And you can also extract the firmware using the UART and flash the SPI from the UART2. You have many ways to do that. It will depend on the device you are using. So not all the techniques will work on a lot of devices. But if you want to flash from the SPI, like I said, just be careful because they are not that type of SPI. Here you have 8 pins. Sometimes you have 16. Sometimes it's not even those type of chips. So before purchasing that guy here, just make sure that the SPI flash is compatible, if that makes sense. So the only way to know that is to open the device, trying not to break everything, Oh, and once it's open, you don't have any warranty, so just just be careful. But what you can do, I forgot to talk about that. I'm going to type that in the chat. Most of the device that are using wireless, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, they have FCC ID, a unique identifier. And if you go to this website and type this ID, you will see a lot of documentation about this device, internal picture also, so you can see what's inside before opening your own device. Someone did it already. So yeah, it could be very useful for documentation and doing some enumeration before touching anything on your own device.
So also,
And
I think it would be like a good research also to gain like more maybe confidence in like doing that if you're like doing that for the first time. So
yeah,
thank you for sharing that actually. And I
sure, my
have
pleasure.
a question. Like, were we talking about hardware hacking? What advice would you give to someone that is just beginning to explore hardware hacking and like wants to start? Like, where? Oh, we feel.
Yeah, so but first learning some electrical basics, with what you will find inside those type of device, which chip is doing what protocol, what serial port. Then looking some online videos like I did, basic stuff like UART connection like I did. And then, yeah, the only hard part with hardware hacking is that you need to purchase stuff. It's not like pen testing when you can just Google and download a lab and build your lab and practice on something on your computer if you already have a computer. In that case, you need like actual hardware. So yeah, maybe start with basic like I show you the USB UART. Can put that on the chat. USB UART. What else? Some wires, to connect stuff. And sometimes, like I did, I solder some connectors because they were not here at the beginning. It was just holes. So maybe you need also to practice some basic soldering and solder stuff on this board because you won't find uh, a perfect connection that is waiting for you. You need to solder some stuff or use specific wires that could connect on those before doing soldering. And yeah, at the end, just practice. Maybe you could purchase like a very cheap Chinese device and opening this device and trying to look inside and doing your own kind of hardware hacking mandates. So taking notes of okay, chip here. It's this model, so I'm going to check the documentation of this model. Maybe there are some CVEs, vulnerabilities also, depending on the firmware version and a lot of stuff. On my previous NorSec talk, I showed that on the Tapo camera, you could like flash a previous firmware that was vulnerable to RCE. And this RCE, you could be able to see the live stream of the camera remotely. So that was a pretty interesting vulnerabilities to try. So yeah, at the end, just play around. Don't hurt yourself. Maybe some disclaimers. With electricity, it can be dangerous for you and the device. So just be careful. Don't burn anything. Also, the same for soldering. Maybe try to check some tutorials how to solder, how not to burn the device and not to burn yourself. Use proper ventilation. It's important. You don't want to breathe the spicy air. And yeah, I think that will be it. Also, maybe disclaimer, but this one is more like ethical hacking. Like maybe you will find some vulnerabilities on those devices, and you don't want to share the vulnerabilities before telling that to the vendors, maybe. Like you can raise a flag like, oh, I found the vulnerability, please patch. And once you talk with the vendors, and you could like share the vulnerability later once everything is patched. And yeah, I think that would be it. And if you have any question of anything, you could just ask me. I'm very what's that?
Friendly.
Friendly. Yes. No, I'm not friendly. No. Yes. Uh, yeah, you can just reach me on LinkedIn. I would be very glad to answer your questions. Yeah.
That's good. And there's like
Perfect.
another question. Uh, how do you balance the ethical responsibilities of pen testing with the thrill of hacking? Like, yeah, you sometimes want to go further, but like the client doesn't allow you. There's like some things are excluded from the test.
Mm,
That's can be frustrating, but like, yeah, how do you deal with that?
yeah. At the end, there is not really a good answer. Well, there is one. It's like don't touch anything if you are not allowed to touch it. Maybe with some clients, you could like explain that in a friendly way. That okay, you give us a scope. We don't find anything on that scope, but there is something here that looks interesting. Maybe you want to add that. Maybe we will be glad to take a look. Sometimes they're like, okay, yeah, just go ahead. I forgot about that one. Just do it. And if they don't want it, well, don't touch it, because you could like get in real trouble if you start touching stuff that you are not allowed to touch. If that makes sense. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think about something else. No, I think that will be it. Yeah.
Yeah, but
If you have something else to say.
good answer and thank you. And yeah, I just came up with another question. But if that's like too personal for you, then you don't have to answer. Just tell me like, yeah, this question it's not. But because I know that you come from France, but now you work in Canada. So how did you manage to like convince a company to give you a sponsored visa?
Oh, uh, in my case, it was that my wife that I got a job from a company here in Canada. So she got the work permit. So it was a closed one work permit. That's how it works here in Canada, at least. So that means it's close to this company, and you can't change the company until that work permit is still here. And I got attached to this to her work permit and got a job on the same company because we were doing pen testing together. And some advice. Hmm.
So should I get a wife first as well? Because I would like to work in Canada
Yes.
as well.
Maybe yes. No. Maybe trying to reach like big big companies that know how to do this kind of work permit, because most of the time people don't really know how to do that and how to deal with this kind of work permit. So it can be scary for them. And if this is scary for them, it will be much scarier for you, because you will be on your own, and you don't know how to deal with this work permit. So
And also, I think the corporations will have money to pay for like all the
yeah, it
things
will be
in between.
expensive for them, but also expensive if they call some lawyers that are specialized in this immigration. But yeah, maybe bigger companies that they have some procedures, and they know how to deal with this kind of work permit. And yes, you will get, if you are lucky, you will get a closed one. And there is a deadline for this kind of permit. It's like I think 2 years, 3 years. So during these 2 years, you can work with this company, and at the end, you need to renew the work permit. But there, it depends of which province you want to establish yourself, because depending of, for example, Quebec or Ontario, it's not the same procedure, and it can be much tricky in Quebec because you need to speak French
Yeah, okay.
and
That
stuff like that. But it's more tricky if you want to stay like in Quebec. For example, you want to be permanent residents, you may need to learn French to have better chance. And yeah, and in the other province, I think it's much uh, easier to get the permanent residency. It's in few months. If you need to prove that you work for X years, it will be much easier. I can see some apply to your embassy in Canada. Yeah, you need to work for the embassy of your country. And I see another question. Can you use the electric wires to connect onto the
oh
IoT?
yeah, sorry, I forgot that one.
Yes, electric wires. You mean the wires I used? Because yes, I mean, it's at the end, it's just electricity that is transferring the data. So yes, you could use that kind of electric wires, if that makes sense.
Any more questions? Yeah, I'm slowly running out of, or maybe you want to play a game?
Oh, we can do that.
Yeah, yeah, Adrien is really a good person, so yeah, that's why he's here. Yeah, maybe yeah. So because I think he's a worth like a person that worth showing off like to the world. So that's what I'm doing.
Which color?
Are you going to create a game or should I?
Yeah, I'm going to create one. I think we need to.
Oh, what kind of a code do I need there?
I have no idea.
Oh, maybe should name it
Eight
name.
or D. No, 8 or D. Before someone else join. Ah,
Yeah, there we
nice.
go.
Okay, this is where the fun begins.
So your turn. You start.
Okay. Uh, wait. How do we? I think I play once, so I'm not good at that. I need to focus.
It doesn't matter actually who wins.
uh,
Or does it?
does it? Yeah. Hmm. Maybe that. So that interview is turning into a checkers game. My turn. Yeah, but if I do that, I'm going to get. Yeah, I'm not saying bad words. Hmm. Huh. Ouch. Okay. Slowly, but surely. Yeah, but you can't do that.
Why? I can.
No, that's not fair.
Why?
New rule. Okay. Hmm.
Oh,
Uh, what?
oh, that's interesting because in number checkers I could go also down and take the second one.
Oh.
But that's
Oh, you
yeah, yeah,
just hit one.
yeah.
Oh, damn. Oh, what should I do? Panic. Panic. I can see a message in the chat.
Yeah, about GPS. If you want to comment, then go ahead.
I know that you also can use some device as a mic from electronic wires. The most scary thing is the near network GPS grabber. Doesn't matter if I have my GPS off and chip, there is still a problem if you can connect to the internet. Ah, yeah. And the most scary part is like most of the new devices are inside a mesh network, so they are all talking to each other. If, for example, the iPhone, if you use the functionality that say that the Find My device, the
Mhm.
iPhone actually is going to talk to all the iPhones around him and says, "Oh, I'm here. Send a notification to my owner." So yeah, they are all connected together, and it reminds me because you talk about disconnected some chip. You had this vulnerability with the Bluetooth that you spam all the iPhone with Bluetooth requests about pairing object, pairing devices, and it was making the iPhone crashed. So I had this exploit also on my Flipper Zero. It was very funny. But the only issue was that even if you disable the Bluetooth from the control panel, you are still vulnerable. You need to go in the settings and really disconnected the Bluetooth to be secured. That was something. And even on the Android, they were also vulnerable. So the so yes, it was making the Android crashed. Like you couldn't do anything. So it's like you're on the public transport. Someone is launching this attack, and all the phones in the bus are just crashing. That's very scary. I'm not paying attention, so I lose another one. Ah, that's an issue.
No, it's all good.
No, it's not good.
See, you got new friend now.
Yes, I have a new friend.
Yeah, I actually thought that too. Like, oh, I met Adrien last year on Forum in Cyber, and he was super nice to like walk around the conference with me because it was my first time and I was like a bit maybe anxious. And yeah, oh, are you my best friend now? Yes.
Yeah, high
So yeah,
five.
high five.
Yeah, that was very, very nice in cyber. That Putin, very good. It's your turn.
My turn. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
sure.
I cannot go here.
I'm not sure I will pronounce the name right. I'll consider. Yeah. Sorry. I know it's consigliere because those are just eyes. Okay. My turn. Sure. If you want, you can contact me on LinkedIn. Okay. Okay. I understand. But yeah, if you want to contact me on LinkedIn, if you want to talk about some subject, sure, no worries. Um,
Yeah,
I'm
going
not
to share
seeing
your
it.
links again, and then
Share the links.
yeah, there's
Huh.
like all the links are shared here. No, yeah, your turn. But yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking. Yeah, thinking. I'm not used to do that, so sorry.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
maybe it's late too.
no, it's
Oh,
not late
it's late for
for me.
me. It's 9
Yeah.
p.m.
Yeah. So I don't have excuse. I don't.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
let's.
don't be shy. It's okay. We are all friends here.
There is no stupid question.
Oh, you had an opening here. You could take my, but now, yeah, not anymore.
Yeah, but I saw that, but then you will eat mine, so I didn't do that.
Okay, okay. The strategic thinking. Okay.
Yeah, strategic, I don't know, but it was a thinking. Okay. Oh no, what? Why you do that?
Yeah, but actually, I wanted to say because but I was shy to ask questions. So I thought about that because sometimes you think someone is cool and like this person went to this conference and this conference, but actually everyone, I think I already said that, but actually everyone is the same, and the other person that is cool in your eyes, maybe like anxious or have some, I don't know, issues personally, like maybe be shy or yeah, introverted. So yeah, you just try your best and like go ahead and ask the question, like make the move, and who knows, maybe that person is going to respond positively, and if not, then at least you tried. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
exactly.
I
At
want
least you
to.
tried, so. Oh, it's my turn. Okay.
But if you don't have the job experience, you can also try book bounty because it will present experience on your CV, but it's not, I don't know, it's not really work, so you can do it in your free time. So maybe that's an idea.
Bug bounty,
Yeah.
it can be interesting, but sorry, I'm losing my voice. Okay. Yeah, bug bounty can be interesting, but it's not like the reality about. Well, it depends
Yeah,
of what you
actually, yeah.
want to do. It's not like the same as pen testing. Um, but bug bounty, you could like instead of doing bug bounty, trying to work on the, for example, try Acme. If you're really starting from the beginning, they have a lot of uh, nice course, nice path. I learn a lot of stuff with try Acme. And then if you want some more practical, you could like go on Hack the Box. But if you are new on Hack the Box, you could like check the write up from the previous machines. That's where I start too. So I was checking the write up, I was doing the machine, and at the same time, I took a lot of notes because you can see the methodology behind. Like, okay, I'm doing some enumeration, or scanning, checking the version number. So, and then you can see the tools that some people are using. So you take notes. You
Hmm.
know, I can't show my notes here, but all my notes are very well organized
Oh yeah.
with, okay, this one is web pen testing, so this one is you're doing that for enumeration, this tool, this command. And you're just taking notes, all the commands, all the tools, because at some point you are going to use them. And you are doing that for 10, 15 machine until you feel confident to do a machine yourself.
Yeah, actually, he said that he's doing that, but what I wanted to mention before, like you said that you are afraid of failure, but like in my opinion, fear is a illusion. To be like, you see, what I was trying to say
Fear
to,
is not does not
yes,
exist.
yeah, it's in your head really, and sometimes the thing that you are afraid of is like only big in your head, but actually it's nothing. So. To give an example, I was super afraid of the OICP exam, and the exam itself felt like a Goliath, like a big monster, and I felt like the exam is like this big, and I'm like this tiny person trying to take this exam. But then I actually took the exam, and it turns out like with the year of like preparation, like really a lot of effort. Turns out the exam wasn't that difficult. It was kind of like passable. So I just wanted to say that because you are afraid to do something, so you don't do it, then uh, it paralyzes you, and then
Mm.
you lose your time, like actually being afraid. But if you just take a step and like try it, then soon you will not fear any fear, and you will find out, oh, I was afraid of this. Oh, this is funny. Like, yeah. Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah, it reminds me my first talk at InCyber. I was really stressed too.
Yeah.
Then I did it, and now I'm happy.
Oh, you will eat. You cannot go down. Hmm.
Yeah, that was a kamikaze.
Okay.
Oh no, it's not looking good.
Why?
It's not looking good. Oh, maybe I. Ah,
Yeah, you almost got it because I cannot move here.
almost.
Nice.
Hmm.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Maybe here.
Uh, maybe that.
I respect that.
Maybe. Oh, I don't remember the rules, but I think it should be okay. And now what?
Now you conquer the empire.
No, I lose.
I
Hmm.
wouldn't. I wouldn't say that. I think it's pretty. It's a tie.
Oh no, can't go there. Can't go here. I can't go there. Uh, maybe. Let's let's be crazy.
But actually, that's really. You know what you said, that every day you learn something more. I feel like I know less. So that's actually good because it shows that you are a very intellectual, yeah, very smart person. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Very smart person, because otherwise other person wouldn't like recognize that. So intelligent people, yeah, we aren't that happy because we have the imposter syndrome, and like we feel like
Yeah.
that. But it's actually good because it shows that you are growing, and it takes time. So yeah, we have years of experience, so we didn't build our empires in one day. So just give yourself patience, like tap yourself on the shoulder. You're doing your best there, and don't compare yourself to people that have like years of experience. You can maybe look at them like with, I don't know what path you should. It's like
Inspiration.
yeah, inspiration and
And
example, but don't compare yourself because it's like, yeah, they had like years to work on their skills. And I also catch myself on doing that, that, oh, this person has like this cool job or is doing this or this. But actually, I just started pen testing maybe like 3 years ago. So yeah, I didn't get to learn everything that I wanted to yet. I wanted to be a red teamer, so I'm also learning this, but it's still tricky because I also have to be very good at web pen testing at the same time, because that's where the job is, where that's when I get money from. So yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also get the imposter syndrome, so don't worry. We won't get that one.
Okay. Here.
Hmm. Yes, so I guess I'm cooked.
Oh.
No, I can assure you, it's there. It needs some time, to especially if you start a new job. It's not easy. It's my turn?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that was painful.
Yeah, you feel that?
Oh, I could do that. You see? Okay.
What?
Oh, because I was going down before. Okay, I cannot go down. I understand. Nice. Oh, I should probably run away from here.
Yeah, you should. The tax collector is coming.
Yeah, sweating. Oh, now it's my turn. Wait.
It's
Oh, I
fine.
have to run away.
So yeah, I'm going to do a live next Tuesday on Hack the
Yeah, yeah,
Box.
yeah.
Easy machine, something chill. I want to do all the easy one and then the medium, and then it's been a while since my last time in Hack the Box, so
Yeah.
it's
It's
going to be fun.
few months for me, but I actually when I was preparing for ICP. Uh, yeah. Sorry. When I was preparing for the ICP, I did all of the medium and hard ones as well from Active Directory. So
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, when I didn't do it for a few months, so now I think I have to like get like a refresher easy box as well, I guess.
Yeah, easy box. If you do the retire one, you have the right tab if you are stuck, so
Ooh, Active Directory,
all good.
yay!
Oh, Active Directory, yeah.
Oh no, yeah,
It's
okay. Turn.
it's very, I mean, a lot of people are doing the sysadmin Active Directory, but it's also interesting to look at the security feature. But yeah, it's a good start. I was doing. Oh no, I can't do that. Sorry, I can't focus on two tasks in the same time. I don't even know what I was talking about. Yes, Windows Active Directory. Uh, yeah, it's still my turn.
Because I just moved.
Okay. Go, go, go. Ah,
Nice.
okay. You are switching space now. Switching place.
Oh,
English not my main. Yeah, me too. Me
yeah,
too.
it's not any of our main, so it's all good. We can talk in our own English version of English.
Yes, homemade English.
Yeah. Um, where are you going? Oh, yeah, I cannot do that.
I have no idea.
Um, so I better run, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, you're chasing me. No.
Oh yeah, but I can't do anything here. Off. Yeah, pen testing Active Directory. You talking about TryHackMe, or is it some another course? Because it's interesting. It's very interesting also if you know like basic Active Directory in a sysadmin perspective, and then you try to attack. For example, you build your own Active Directory lab, and then you try to attack it with basic vulnerabilities or default configuration.
Okay, so the question
And,
is if that will help you in something. So just wanted to say it depends on what level you are, but as a beginner, I think it's better to start with web vulnerabilities, but also Active Directory will be very beneficial to you in the longer run because if you show it on your CV, yeah, it's pretty much like half of the ICP exam. So
yeah,
yeah, it will show that you are going to be a good work on infrastructure Pentester as well. So you might also look for a job with like that course that is not web security only, but like go in that direction. So maybe more in like the red teaming direction. So depends where you want to go. If you want to be a pentester, then I would advise Paul Swigger Academy. Oh, it's my turn. Uh,
Sportsfigure Academy, yeah.
yeah, Paul Swigger Academy, like where you do the exercises with Burp Suite Community Edition. So it's free and then you learn the theoretical part as well. So but because you are doing the exercises and the theoretical, so you learn better because then you can practice what you just read. So yeah, thank you for writing that in the chat. But also like the Active Directory, I think it's a great idea because yeah, you can also go like on red teamer straight away, and not like I'm doing. So I wanted to be a pen tester first, like learn the basics, and then go there. But also, what is a good idea, I would say, to go through a networking course, maybe CompTIA Network Plus or CCNA, for example.
Yep.
CCNA, that's the correct name. That's from Cisco, I think. It's vendor oriented, so it's like yeah, it's not all vendors, just Cisco, but it's still a very good network academy school because you have labs that you can practice everything on, so you will understand it better. So yeah, but you have to start somewhere. So to give you an example, because I think you don't believe in yourself that you can find a job with your current skills. But if you will, I don't know, show on the CV that you went through courses, you don't have to get a certification, just write the courses. And and yeah, that's already something. Or you can write that you are doing Hack the Box or Try Hack Me and add the accounts of your to the CV or like share the link because then they can see how which boxes did you finish already, what is your like like circa what is your level there. But because my first job was I applied to a big corporation, knowing that they hire people that are or graduate level and they teach those people. So I applied with only CompTIA courses and Security Plus passed. Like I had only one certification, and they hired me because I said I showed on the interview that I really want to learn and I really want to be a penetration tester. It's like my dream, and they like I don't know the energy, the passion. They saw it in the interview, and I also answered all of the questions that the technical ones. Believe in yourself, and if you want, I can help you with the CV if you reach out to me on LinkedIn. But just start sending it because then you see someone might hire you actually and like teach you those things because I think when you learn where you learn best is like on the job actually.
Yeah. But yeah, sometimes they ask you experience, but you could start with maybe a job still in cybersecurity that could help you to jump to something else. Like for
No,
example, you want to have experience, you can like start with, I don't know, SOC, stuff like that.
but
So
yeah, also like experience that like writing your own blog or like creating a GitHub
oh yeah,
repository and like creating projects, that's already experience. Although you didn't work, but
yeah,
you work on that like in your free time, so you did work actually on that. So you have your projects. So what the employers want to see that you are uh, self-sufficient and proactive. Like they want to know that they don't have to babysit you will find everything yourself, and you can handle things and like look in Google and like find the messages, like the information that you're looking for. And what else is yeah. So I said blog, GitHub repository, or bug bounty as well, but also like going for internship, or yeah, hopefully it's
oh
paid
yeah,
one, but
internship, yes.
yeah, but that's where you can gain a lot of experience actually, and people will like also will want to teach you as well, like your colleagues, not the employer itself, but like your colleagues will like, oh yeah, they will feel like, yeah, they will try to help you for sure. Yeah, so that's like you do freelancing, that's already a lot, I would say. So
Yeah,
you
but
can show them that you're, yeah, you like this
on little.
entrepreneurial spirit. Yeah, sorry, Adrien, go ahead.
No, no, he said he or she, I don't know, said freelancing from when he was little.
Yeah, that's like a lot of years of experience already. That's what I
Yeah,
was.
it's okay. So,
Oh, my turn.
yeah, but yeah, I start doing that too, creating a GitHub account. And
Mm.
it's useful also to put tools in your favorites, and you could build your own tools, put them on GitHub. That's what I did. So I created my blog post with GitHub page. It's free, so you can host the blog on GitHub, so you don't pay anything. Um,
Yeah, I actually wanted to do that too, like to start it on GitHub. It's a good idea.
yeah, I can share. It's called GitHub page. You just need a GitHub account, and it will be hosted in the GitHub DNS. My turn.
Hmm. Oh, you're coming for me.
Yes, I want the cheese.
Oh, actually, what is your favorite cheese?
Oh,
If that's not a secret, what is?
that's a secret. No, favorite cheese. Melted one, it's raclette. And like with bread, it's chevillon, langre from my region. The good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Can I do this? No.
What?
Never mind.
I'm missing something here. Hmm. Come on. Oh no. Oh yes, I can.
Oh, yeah, I
Do.
have the survival instinct. Oh no, I cannot
Yeah,
do.
against the wall. Mm, it's getting. Uh,
I was waiting for that.
Oh no, it's fine. Run, little guy. I will honor you with something good when I meet you. Oh, is it cheese?
Oh,
Your turn.
oh,
Yeah, it's getting difficult. Uh, CCST and CCNA. CCST. I don't remember CCST. Oh, Cisco Certified Support Technician. Okay, I see.
oh, that's yeah, that's good.
Full Cisco. I like Cisco because clients never patch Cisco, so it's always vulnerable.
Yeah, that's why it's good to learn about Cisco, probably.
Yeah, definitely. Because the main issue with a network is that you don't want the network to go down. So they are not touching the backbone of the network, the switch, the routers. They are not touching those because if they touch them with an update or a configuration, there is a risk that the whole network goes down. So they are not touching those. But then as a pen tester, you plug in the network, you see some weird Cisco device not patched. And once you gain access to this switch, I mean it's over, you know. Yeah, CCNA exam. Yeah, networking is fun, especially if you build your own lab. DNA, it's almost manual jobs. But yeah,
Oh,
I
it's
mean,
my
if you
turn.
focus on networking, could be interesting because you could be specialized in full networking. But for pen testing, it will be hard to find a job that wants you to do only networking, especially if this is the first one.
Yeah, I'm trying to resist.
Resist off. Oh, I just saw what I did. You are very kind. Are you building some kind of blocus?
It's yeah, it's a Death Star
Yeah, yeah.
because I could take you from this side. No,
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
and you could take me here, but yeah.
Mm, too bad. Running.
No,
Dangerous.
come here.
No, oh my god, I
It's
misclick.
my turn.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Mm,
Yeah, that's the issue of, you want to learn too many things. I have this issue too. But maybe if you start learning some small piece at a time, some networking, then web, and at
yeah,
the
like
end you will focus only on what you really love because you will see a bit of everything. So you will know what you really want and what you like. But yeah, I have the same issue. I like everything, so it's hard to focus on only one topic.
But you can also like create a goal for yourself, and I don't know, like a schedule. Like for example, on Fridays I do web security box, but like for the rest of the week, for example, I'm doing the networking labs, and then on the weekend I rest. But also can
Yeah.
do I don't know, watch some tutorials or like I don't know, and then you can do few things like in the same week, but like focus on like one thing, like learning the exam or the thing that feels most important at this moment. Because yeah, actually I have the same thing that I want to learn everything at the same time, and sometimes when I have to learn something, I want to learn something else because that other thing is more shiny and like I'm interested in the other thing that the one that I have to learn now. So yeah, it's also like it's not easy.
Yeah. And take some rest too. It's important.
Yeah, rest is super important, yes.
Yeah.
Because yeah,
It's
sometimes you feel like yeah, you don't want to waste time and
yeah.
you don't want to go for a walk or whatever. Just want to
Yeah.
do the hack the box labs, but then you will be so burnt out that yeah, it will take more time to get back into hacking because you will have to heal yourself and like give yourself more rest that than if you would just give a little bit of rest when you actually your body needs it. Oh, it's my turn.
How many hours per day? I would say 4.
Yeah, it's, like yeah, I was learning from 8 a.m. till 10 p.m. on for the whole. Yeah, I have to
Yeah.
work, so like minus the 8 hours in between, but like the almost the full day without any breaks. So yeah, I can yeah. So I think maybe it's similar that I did, but it's not healthy because then yeah, 8, 12 hours, yes.
Yeah.
But then you will learn like a lot faster, but you have to take the breaks so your brain remembers those things. So it's not like you just fly through them. Yeah, I did fly through them, so that's why I'm saying that I did fly through some of the things. So and I didn't make good notes while I was doing that. So now I have to get back to them and like practically start from the top. Yeah. I would say start sending your CV now and like just make it prettier and like look for the job, or just like make your work on your CV gradually and start adding things and then send your CV again and again and again, and someone will hire you eventually. So don't feel like this is your main focus that you have to find a job now. So just uh, take it as it's like a recreational duty. So you do it like in between, and you when you see something interesting for you, maybe that's a good idea. I don't know.
No, yeah, that's good idea.
Yeah, and I think yeah, AI is good to know as well. So here you are. Okay,
Yeah.
your turn.
I think there are some stuff that you won't be able to replace by AI.
Yeah, I think
Like,
like pen testing will still need
uh,
human attention because
yeah,
some
you
things.
could run like vulnerability scanning stuff. Maybe put some AI that says, okay, I saw this port. Maybe I could try this command. But at the end, you will still need someone behind to look at the vulnerabilities, to check the false positive, to write a good report. Yeah. So I'm pretty okay with AI in pen testing. Oh,
Yeah, it could help us, but I'm not sure if it will replace.
no, no. Yeah, you need to use it as a tool. Like if you want to, I don't know, help you with the report, you
Oh, I cannot do that. Oh, I can. Okay.
And now, okay, I need backup. Where is the backup? Where, where are you, Gandalf?
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, yeah, but no, I won't. It's a trap. It's a trap.
I'm a nice person. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. You're too nice.
Come here.
Oh, no, 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 no. Well, at this point, it's just that. Oh, help.
Come back. Come back. It's
No,
it's it's
no,
it's
no,
good.
no,
It's good here.
no,
Oh,
not good. Oh my God.
let's be friends.
I'm trapped. Uh,
Well, you have to make a move.
yeah, I have to make a move. Which way? Which side I want to die? I guess
Left,
this one is better.
left or right?
Oh, you didn't kill me.
Yes, I'm waiting. It will taste better later.
Okay, I see. You are this kind of person.
Yes.
I understand.
Domain expansion. Like, you know.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yes. Yeah. And yeah, what is important, like, yeah, that's really smart. That we
I
live the
move.
present and prepare for the future. The past can be can't be relived, and that's very smart because I think, and it's true, because if you are present in the today, that's where are your feet at the moment, that will make you feel most like happy. But if you are living in the future, then you will feel anxious, and if you will learn in the past, that will make you feel depressed. That yeah, like regretful about things. But if you live in the now, then that's what you want to do.
It's the same with cybersecurity. If you live with the past, you have full legacy network.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't want that. You don't want to live in the past in cybersecurity. I can't move. I think the game it froze. I'm not able to move.
Oh, me too. Okay,
It
so
says it's my turn, but oh yes,
it's your turn, but you
I
cannot move.
can't. What of?
Or maybe that was a hint. So let's say that you won. Or replay move. Okay. Does
Wait, I think.
Can you move now?
Yeah.
You were like connecting
No.
there for a moment. And can you move? Oh,
Mm,
no.
it's no. I'm doing the move, but it
It's
don't
not
want
moving.
to.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
a maybe it's a bad move. Think it through.
No, no. Like I'm hitting yours, but then it don't want to switch.
Let's try again.
But
Maybe that
yeah, that's what I'm doing.
that did okay. Mine are frozen too.
Yeah, I can't do anything. Oh my God.
So yeah,
Oh, you
let's
won.
maybe that felt better, I guess, or no. Uh,
Yeah.
let's say that you won.
Yeah. It was a
'Cause
quick test
yeah,
compare of what you were waiting to do.
yeah.
Ah, yes. Yep, yep.
You were very brave there. I will resign.
Oh.
What?
Ah,
Want to yes.
I don't know how to.
Why doesn't it end?
Please. Ah, okay.
Okay, so do you have anything else that you want to share with us? Or like, I don't know, any stories that you didn't share, like, I don't know, secrets from your old employers? Yeah, don't say that.
No, no, I'm going to avoid that.
Oh,
Let me think about something. Uh, Pen testing stories. Hmm. I have an example of a client that was very confident with the network because they build, let's say that, secure network. They put in place, if you are doing CCNA, you probably heard about the 802.1x, all the NAC protection. So I can see something in the chat.
yeah, I think he's saying about he's learning about psychology and sociology, and what the thing, the first thing that came into my mind is uh, social engineering is the way to go here, like or like get a book like that
Ah, yes.
and read on social engineering as well. So you will
Yeah.
be a good red teamer, or maybe physical pentester as well. So you can go into.
Regarding social engineering, there is this event in Quebec, so it's Hackfest. So they have a social engineering contest. So the goal is you have a list of flags. So for example, which antivirus the company is using, how many employees, uh, if they are using badge, if they have cameras, a lot of critical information. And your goal is just you have like 20 minutes and only a phone, and your goal is to retrieve as many information as possible, and you do what you want. Well, just don't need to threaten the person on the phone, be scary or anything. You need to find a way so the person will give you all the flags. And there is also the goal flags is to send the link to the person so they will enter the link manually on the page to open a PDF. So that's the golden flag. And that was very, very interesting because they are doing that live. So you sit there and you can see them doing their social engineering stuff, and that's just crazy with the phone, how many information you could retrieve from this company. Just an excuse like, oh, I'm a student, I'm doing some research about that, and the people are like, oh yeah, sure, cameras, yeah, we have cameras. Oh, antivirus, I don't know, let me check. Avast, okay, that's nice. And at the end, it's just, oh, I'm taking notes about this conversation. Can you check the notes with this link? Oh, yeah, sure. They are going to open the link. And it's very easy. Social engineering is crazy. The things you can do without using a computer.
So I'm in Poland right now, and yeah, like I didn't find any physical pen testing jobs. I don't see anyone doing. Okay, like there was one. Okay, like in the whole country, but maybe I wasn't looking that hard. But yeah, so it's challenging depending on where you're located. So yeah.
Yes, it's a virus. That's right. But yeah, social engineering, it was very good. It's in Quebec, so unfortunately they are not doing that live for obvious reason.
So no, nothing else to add. You don't want to talk about these with us, and I don't see any more questions in the chat really.
Yes. No.
So,
No, I think that will be it. I'm not sure. If there is no question, if you don't have anything else.
but then I shared the links a few times in the chat already. So feel free to yeah, follow Adrien on all of his socials, and also he will be doing a live stream on his own channel on Tuesday. And so from my side, really thank you for agreeing to come onto the Twitch and yeah, playing a game with me as well. That was really cool. And
Thank
showing
you
like
for the invite. So it was a pleasure.
thank you for showing the demo as well and like showing your flipper skills there. Yeah. Oh, are there any official courses for hardware hacking that you know about?
Uh,
Oh, I think there
there
is
is
one from TCM Security, or is
yeah,
it?
there
Oh,
is a
IoT.
certification. Yeah, I can send the link. If you are more into books, I can. There is this one from Nostarch that is very good.
Yeah, and with
This
what
one,
should I start?
this book, you can start with that one. A lot of basics about everything, what I showed, and even more. And then, if you are more into videos, I can just paste some links here, so it will be much easier. Let me just Google. There is Matt Brown. He's doing a lot of amazing stuff, hardware hacking, and he's teaching how to do it with some IoT device. That's very cool. And TCM Security have they have a course and certification from Andrew,
Yeah,
very cool guy.
yeah, I wanted to show
This
the
one,
chat, but it doesn't work. The scene,
oh, it's not working.
that doesn't matter.
Is it better from books or video lessons? Well, at the end, it's what you prefer. I'm more into videos, but the books also have some great example of stuff that you can't really find with the video. So I guess it's more like a mix of what you can do. And yeah, if you want to start, just go. Oh, I have some links somewhere. Where is it? YouTube. And if you want to learn some electronics, I have another channel that's very crazy. That guy, Ben Eater. And this guy is like doing some crazy projects. So, for example, building a CPU from scratch. So, if you want to learn how a computer works, how electricity works, just check the videos. And if you want, you can build your own 8-bit computer from scratch. So I start doing that. I need to continue, but those are very well explained video, and I would highly recommend that. But just be careful because if you are like me, you're going to check that and then spend a lot of hours looking at that. And yeah, uh, so Ben Hitter, Matt Brown. I'm trying to think of something else. Um, just checking my subscriptions. There is Flashback Team. That's actually one of the first YouTubers I checked about hardware hacking. They have some that. And yeah, could be interesting. Let's build a company. Flashback Team. So yeah, those are the links. Very good content.
So, anything else to add?
No, but I'm trying to do some videos about hardware hacking. So I have like 3 videos. They're not the best because I'm still learning to build videos on YouTube.
My goal, like for the future, is also to build a course. And knowing Adrien, he's also going to build a course in a few years, or maybe I don't know, even a year. because he's learning fast as well. So yeah, you never know, and so maybe now we aren't ready to do that yet, but I think it's coming. So it's going to
It's
happen for sure.
inévitable
Yeah,
avec the word in French.
yeah, I can say it in Polish, but I'm not sure if that's helpful.
Maybe.
So I guess this is a goodbye from us,
Yeah.
and thank you everyone for coming to the stream and listening to
Thank you
uh,
for the
Adrien.
questions. That was fun.
Yeah, and thank you for coming to the stream, actually, Adrian, and it was super nice, and I had a lot of fun. So I wasn't stressed at all. Maybe it was like your calming aura or something. You have a good
Yeah.
energy there.
Yeah. That's true. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
So
And
bye. And so what at the end I wanted to thank Adrian again and everyone that came here because this stream was like super important for me because after I finish I will be on affiliate level. So yeah, see you soon and thank you again. Bye.